We are back at the couch. Lord help us. This video is about light novels. And what exactly is a light novel? According to Wikipedia, a light novel is a style of Japanese novel that is aimed towards middle school and high school students, which is basically young adult over in the USA over here. And it's pretty true. I mean, it's not a hard read. Light novels are not hard at all. I've mentioned this book in particular a few times. It's Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and it's really good. You could read this in one sitting. A lot of people could read this in one sitting. It's 200 pages exactly, and fairly large size print. Not really literary at all, but it has some really good ideas mixed in there. But my other examples for light novel though would be I really want to play with this and go Kili, but then again I want to pull out that E in the middle and do the Japanese thing, but I'd have to put that like an R, but Japanese lesson, small one. Kieli. E. Kieri. But I don't know, this could be the American name for it. But I've read the manga version of this, and it's really good. I'm excited to read the actual light novel where it started from. But going on with how short light novels are, I found this in Booksmart a good year ago or so, and I still haven't read it. But this is Strawberry Panic, and this gives you an idea, the size, thickness, look up how big it is compared to me. This is 3 novels. This is 3 light novels. But still, compared to the other 2, still not that big of writing. So, overall, light novel is a lot like a young adult book, where it's fairly simple plot. I mean, there can be more details into it, but it's fairly get to point A to point B with stuff happening in the middle. It's a fairly decent plot. But that depends on any kind of book you're reading, how you want to dissect it and everything. The light novel is not only the, say, other kind of novel in Japan. I live in the USA, and I think of the light novel like young adult, which it primarily is. I say it's more straight up middle grade. It's not, you know how we have with, well, you in particular, I don't know you. In the USA, we have young adult, but we have like older young adult where it falls in, okay, well this is somebody being 17, 18. Well, this young adult is 14, 15, and it's a lot lighter story. Light novels to me are more span anything, because they can range from a simple high school romance kind of thing, which I'm assuming Strawberry Panic is, to I've seen light novels like Death Note, which if you've watched Death Note, that's not any kind of young adult, if you want to classify it that way. But then again, you get to classification systems and how you can't label a lot of books into one label. Read The Giver by Lois Lowry. A certain scene in there is not children's fiction. Something with a baby, who people who've read it will know what I'm talking about. That is not young adult. That is not children's. That is something demented. But it's still a good book, so read The Giver. But there's other types of books over in Japan that we don't have over in America, which are, like I've already said, the light novels. That's the point of this video. But they have the I novel. The I novel is more autobiographical. And I believe Osamu Denzai, or Dezai, I can't remember his last name. But he wrote a bunch of I novels where it's based off of his experiences, just fictionalized, but very, very fictionalized. Most of it's true, or that's what I've read about it. I don't know the guy. He kind of died in the 40s. I kind of wasn't around then. But besides the I novel, we have the cell phone novel, which I don't think is as popular as it was a few years ago over in Japan. But you have manga based off of this kind of thing. The Missions of Love, a new manga series, well, new-ish, is based off a cell phone novel. Look those up. They're short, but they're in the form of a text, basically. But that's 3 different types of novels that we don't have over in the USA. And I don't think anybody else in the world, but then again, I haven't really researched the rest of the world's different types of novels. We have postmodern, but I think everybody has postmodern stuff. The last topic I want to bring up would be that the USA, and everybody who speaks English, I think needs to have more light novels over. Like brought over from Japan, translated and brought over. I've only been in the USA, so I cannot speak for Canada, Australia, New Zealand, anybody with the English tongue. But I know as far as bookstores here and what I've looked up online, the amount of light novels is fairly dismal. If you look at how total, but then again, you can look at manga sales too. How we have, what, let's give a small number, 300 manga titles ever, like since, let's just say from the 80s. There are thousands upon thousands of manga titles over in Japan, obviously because that's where they're from. But we only have a small portion. The same thing with light novels. But I look at it, since the rise of the young adult genre, look at Harry Potter, look at the Hunger Games, look at Divergent, all young adult. If we have more light novels, this could possibly be more of a bridge between Japan and the USA, for one. So Japan doesn't get our movies 9 months down the line, and we could have more Japanese movies over here. Instead of having to order them and import them, like Detroit Metal City. I love that movie. But I had to go order it because I couldn't find it anywhere. And I don't know if it ever got dubbed. I got the subtitle version, and it's wonderful. And same thing with Death Note movies. So I know they dubbed the Death Note movies because they had the manga. So they saw a cash crop, I think, on that one. But then again, you got to get into the marketing and all that kind of fun stuff. I failed economics twice, so don't talk to me about marketing. No. Overall, though, I like light novels. They're a nice read. They're not too hard, obviously. I've mentioned that before. And earlier, whatever. Light novels are a nice, easy read with fulfillment at the end of it. Sometimes I read a young adult book and I'm pushing. And I get bored with the young adult books. It's probably good for somebody who's younger than me by a lot. But no, it's some young adult books, it's just stupid. Luckily though, they are far and few between on those. I love a lot of young adult books. I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head. I can't think of one. So yeah, that's really how it is. USA needs more light novels, and I think anybody else who speaks English needs to read light novels. Anybody who speaks Japanese, anybody needs to read light novels, because I think the world needs to read more in general. Make more of a togetherness. Why not? I mean, we are one Earth. We are all the same. We're all black when the lights go out. We're all pink on the inside, if you want to get sexual about it. Just saying. I hope this video was informative, or at least gave you a little more idea. If not, Wiki. Wiki is your friend. Wikipedia. Type in light novel, I-novel, like I as in, well, not I, but the letter I. Or type in cell phone novel, and just research it. It's very interesting to see what different forms of novel there are. There needs to be more experimentation over here. We do have a few novels over here that are fun and experimentational, but the only thing I can think of is really postmodern stuff. I'm thinking of House of Leaves, which I cannot remember the author's name right now. But that one is really experimental. Because it's... You start reading one page, you got to flip the book, you got to turn it, spin it, look around. It's in newspaper articles, different types of stylings, everything. It is crazy. But we need more experimentation. We don't need just straight up regular books. Well, we do. But we need more everything. Don't limit just to small stuff in books. Have fun with it. But then again, I'm also talking to a generation probably that doesn't like to read. And that's the older generation, from my experience. Standing up for that, but my experience, the older generation doesn't want to read. They don't care to read. The younger generation reads teen books. At least that's something. Hate me. That's just what I viewed. And I have a narrow view, probably. I'm not going to boast and say I'm too big for that. I probably have a narrow view. But whatever. I hope you found the video informative, or at least time-passing, time-consuming, time-passing, something like that. If you like it, tell me. Like in the comments, tell me. Thumbs up it. If you don't like it, don't thumbs up it. Just go to a different video. And give me ideas for any kind of videos you want to see. I'm up for talking about anything. I've talked about fan fiction, light novels, and what was the other one? How I got, or my obsession with Japan kind of stuff. If it's Japanese related, I can probably talk for a pretty good while for you. But give me ideas. I'm all for them. So, till next time though. See you later. Johnny. More autobiographical, I can't say that word. Autobiographical. There we go. The I novel is more I can't say the word.